Hello and welcome back to SPWK TV 2025. My name is Jomar from the brand leadership community. Today, or this particular episode, we'll be talking about optimizing the brand experience using marketing technology and data. Now that's quite a broad subject, but with me today I have the fine guests of Doug, Galya and Ezequiel. Welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, and we have kind of like an interesting spread here today. We have two agencies, we have a product vendor, and when we're talking about the brand experience, it is quite broad. But firstly, I just want to quickly, we all know Doug, but Doug, if you want to just give a quick intro to yourself.
Sure thing, yeah. Maybe my reputation or notoriety doesn't precede. No, it's me. I'm now over 9 months in working with Duga Digital. I'm Director of Analytics, been around the block for well over 20 years now, with brands such as ConversionWorks, Mighty Hive, Media Monks, agency side. I'm a technologist at heart, so I think I'm in the right conversation. This is going to be useful. Yeah. But I can still speak boardroom as a second language and talk to real humans about the tech. So hopefully this is going to be useful.
That sounds great. Yeah, Galya.
Hello, I'm Galya. And I'm addicted to data, okay. And I'm working as a technical account manager in agency. And that agency also has his own tracking product, actually. So it's funny that I'm sitting in the middle between the agency and the vendor because I'm doing a little bit of both. So that's me.
Yep, thank you. And Ezequiel?
Hi, I'm Ezequiel, and I work for Conductrics. For those that don't know, it's a customer experience platform, so A/B testing, personalization, and customer research through service. Mm-hmm. I'm a solutions architect there. I interact with most of our customers, so I kind of like have the first-hand feedback of what they're trying to do and that kind of stuff with the platform. So I hope this.
Now, in one shape or form, everyone here is involved in supporting, building a brand experience, right? Because it is quite broad, because you have a brand experience first, and hopefully they convert into a customer kind of thing. So if we're looking at really at the top of the funnel, so and you're all involved in some form of product development, but just if we can just touch quickly, if I said to you brand experience, that's probably not in your daily vocabulary?
No, it is actually. It's a good question, but I've got to think about it in different levels. I'm thinking about the Duga brand. We want to build the agency into something spectacular, and we are doing that. But at the same time, our clients' brands are probably the primary focus of any engagement. They're paying the bills after all. So it's their brand equity and their customers' brand experience that we want to facilitate, to grow with tech, with smart, with consultancy, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, absolutely. And Galya, you're working very tightly with data and providing support to your agency that's supporting customers.
My focus is mainly on getting the data, the right data that they need after, my main focus is about implementing all the tracking solutions that are necessary, implementing all the tech that is necessary, making sure that the data is correctly gathered, and then passing it to the people that will use it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ezequiel, with Conductrics, it's a tool that helps. I mean, when we spoke initially, we were saying that it's actually a customer experience platform, to which I said, well, it is a brand experience platform in the sense that we want to convert from an experience from a general person to become a customer, right?
Right.
So, if I say the word brand experiences, does that have a certain vision in your mind? Yeah,
well, again, as Doug said, we have on one hand, like the whole Conductrics thing and its relationships to our customers, but then we'll focus on our customers and their relations, like with their brand and that part of things. And for us, I think it's about, brand could mean a lot of things, right? But for us, I think that mostly the thing that we try to push through is that whatever the brand is, serving the brand properly, it's being advocates for what their customers will be, right? Even if it's a lead or something, like you want them to to be able to understand what your brand is and be there for them, providing either good service, good product, good whatever, right? And the idea is that you could optimize for that. Of course, you have like the growth and your metrics, right? But at heart, we believe that if you're able to serve your brand in a way that caters to the needs of, let's say, that future customer, right, you will be doing a great job.
Yeah,
that's mostly it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if we talk about Martech, now this is where it's interesting because, you know, this is the technology that uses the data, that connects the customers with the brand. At Duga Digital, we're talking about how you've actually taken on another technology and so you're also creating your own product, if you want to explain.
You know, so Duga actually means, it's an Old Norse English word that means to help and to grow, to produce, in other words. And we're a small agency. Obviously, we're seeking to punch above our weight. But to do this effectively and efficiently and to really deliver quality, we've got to do this with automation, with instrumentation. So a big focus is going to be, growing around server-side data collection, but to deploy in a certain way according to the right, with the right framework, with the right methodology. There are a lot of moving parts, but it's the same moving parts every time. So it is a prime use case for automation. We perform that automation with cleaning the tag management system, looking at consent, doing the migration, spinning up parallel GA4 data properties and so on and so forth, which then enables us to make the absolute maximum value from the Addingwell platform, providing GTM as a service. So as far as our clients are concerned, what they're seeing is shorter time to market, more accuracy, repeatability, scalability, and they get value for money through the tech that we produce.
Yeah, so that's kind of interesting because it's not about just using third-party tool and using it as best it can, but you're actually customizing it on top as well.
Yeah, it's the plus. It's layering on that value add through smart use of tech.
Yeah, absolutely. And Galya, you've also, in your agency, you have also a tool that's specific to...
Yes, actually, the agency throughout the years developed its own tracking solution that is actually quite impressive tool that is only available for the agency clients. We are very boutique in this matter. Yeah. But it is really interesting because we first know exactly how this data is tracked. So we can answer the questions like precisely. And having control over this data is very important for some of our clients. And having the control what to send to other vendors also. And us being niche also creates this like trust. Like sometimes people are trusting us more than they are trusting other vendors. So it is very interesting to...
Yeah, I mean, interesting, like from an agency, you're taking existing technologies and I suppose tweaking them, almost creating your own products that are available to your clients. Now with Ezequiel, you've got a product, Conductrics, right? Talk us a bit through that in terms of, let's top line what your, if I was like a global brand and I really wanted to build the customer journey or the brand experience, what is it that Conductrics actually brings to the table?
Right. So yeah, like I think that where the line is drawn between like us being a vendor, right, and so instead of an agency, is that we don't do like the consultancy. We won't tell you what's the right thing to do, right? We'll just put the tools out there for you to do whatever you believe it's right. The thing is that, of course, we push our narrative, like we will push our ideas or our view of this through our narrative and our communication, but we don't force you to do exactly that. You will be a good customer, a good fit for us if you think in the same way, right? But the idea is to just provide you the tools and mostly make our customers feel safe that whatever they are endeavoring or trying to achieve with them, that we'll be there to support them, right? That's kind of like it's kind of like a chain, right? Like if we are able to make them feel safe and support them, ideally they will use the tool to achieve their goals that hopefully align with our view of the customer experience building and brand building.
Yeah.
But specifically to the tool, that would be either validating ideas that they would think have an impact in their visitors or customers or something like that, or using the service for gathering qualitative data, right? Or personalizing the experience to cater specific visitors' requirements or customers' needs or profiles. That's mostly what they would do with the tool. But again, how they want to use that and for what purpose, that's up to them. We're just providing the capabilities and trying to support them and saying like, yes, you can do this, or this is how you would do that, right? If that's your goal, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So Doug, if we're looking at your customer profile, your dream client, and what do they look like? What kind of brand are they?
Well, we deal with a very broad spectrum of clients right now. They all have a certain commonality in their motivation, their curiosity. They understand how data can help, but they may not have the bandwidth or the skills or the resource or the experience to be able to deploy that technology. So it's that need, that ability to change, that desire for change. That is really what we're looking for, regardless of the size, scale, or level of digital maturity. You know, there's a keenness in the client, a motivation. That's really what we're looking for.
Yeah, and motivation and ambition, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it resonates what you said, Ezequiel, about the client that buys into your narrative. You know that you're going to be able to work together if you can have a sensible conversation and really vibe and match the values of the client with the agency. I think that's a really good fit. Yeah.
And Galya, with the kind of, I suppose you're in a supporting role in terms of looking at the insights with the data, right?
Yeah, our clients, sometimes they do have IT teams, sometimes no.
Yeah.
And we're there to make sure that they have our support and everything that they need in order to do the best campaigns they want to do. And we are there to solve problems for them, technical problems. Yeah. Sometimes we are joking that we are the technical support of the marketing agency, although we prefer a measurement team. Yeah. But technically, we are there to solve any kind of problems for them.
Yeah, exactly. Now, with Ezequiel, from your point of view, with who's solving the problems, are you dealing both with the agency partners and direct, or how do you balance that?
Yeah, it depends. Most of our customers, we handle the support directly, but we do have customers that that came from a partnership with like an agency, and that is tricky because we ourselves are very service oriented, so we kind of like to be able to give a support to a certain standard. So if we are going through an agency, it's usually we try to have like a big trust on the agency and what support they can give, or even better if they could still get their support from the agency but still be able, like for example, to reach us in case they need it. So yeah, we have like communication channels sometimes that is both on the same place, let's say, with the agency and the customer. So whatever happens, mostly because we also like most of the features that the tool includes came from first-hand feedback from our customers. Right. Like we don't have kind of like we have a roadmap, but most of the roadmap is dictated by first-hand feedback from our customers. So if it would just delegate the support to an agency or something like that, we would lose a little bit of that. So we try to keep that in a certain balance.
Yeah. Yeah. And Doug, with yourselves, I mean, I'd imagine you also have partnerships with different platforms as well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, full disclosure, we're a huge fan of Conductrix, for instance.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, love working with
who isn't?
So, yeah, again, it comes back to being a smaller agency. We may need a flexible headcount. We definitely don't cover every single aspect, every single skill of digital marketing. We have really good relationships with hardcore cloud providers who do have that army of cloud certified engineers. We can't invest in right now. Maybe we don't want to, or maybe it's search engine optimization. But everything else that we do, we will absolutely focus on like a laser beam. But partnerships with others that's absolutely vital to our existence and to for mutual success.
Yeah, and for you, I mean, Galya, are you working with the specific tools you're working with? Are you also involved with seeing the new tools that are coming out and getting your hands dirty? How much, from your point of view, do you have to keep updated with the new tools and the developments with the existing tools that are out there?
100%. We are not only implementing our tool, but we're also implementing whatever it's needed from the client. So sometimes not only seeing the new tools, but finding out complex problems between the connection between two new tools. And we need to stay very up to date with everything new that is going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose you already mentioned your roadmap is very much generated by your users. Is training a part of your spectrum as well, not just with your product, but beyond other areas around your product?
If you're asking about Conductrics in general, overall, not just me, So, for example, let's mention the service, right? Customer research. So, customer research capabilities were kind of like one of the last very big things that we added almost a year ago, I believe. We were a testing and personalization platform. We didn't have anything about customer research before, right? And that implied that we had to learn about what type of research will our customers might want to achieve, how's that's done, right? How can we link that to the personalization and optimization? Is there a link possible? All those questions, right? Just to trying to fit this new capability that had nothing, well, not nothing to do, but that it was not directly linked to what the platform already offered. That's something that we need to ask our customers, go out of our customers and figure out, okay, what's the deal with this? Is it worth it? It is not. That's one side. And then the rest is just kind of like exploring the new frontiers of, testing, it's something like statistics is very broad. So we kind of need to explore, what are other capabilities out there that we can use from the statistic world that might be useful for our customers or not? Can we expand on something exactly like our talk, stuff that maybe you can mix and match and try to come up with a new product statistic-wise? That sort of thing, it requires us for us to be on top. Same with privacy, the whole privacy by design, privacy engineering. Those are all new, certainly new topics that somehow affect everything that we do. So we need to kind of explore, how does it affect it? How can we implement it? That kind of stuff.
Yeah. So if we look into the future, we've got technology and we have Martech and we have data. Where we have also artificial intelligence.
You had to say that, didn't you? You were good.
Well, I did save it till the end, right?
No, that's fine. That's fair. One observation I could see this year in particular at Super Week is quite a varied set of responses to the AI conversation. There's a general misunderstanding of the capabilities of the hype versus the actual real-world application as to where it is actually useful right now. I think that's a fascinating conversation to have with different people about different topics and different use cases, and really separate out the chaff from the actual reality and the value.
Because it's interesting because what's rolling out with AI is something that everyone can use, right? I mean, Galya, are you seeing the use of AI a lot more predominant with your peers and with your clients as well?
Yeah, of course. And I would really love if AI is capable of doing my job. Literally, but not yet. Unfortunately, not yet.
Yeah, right, okay.
That will be really, really cool.
Yeah. And Ezequiel, from your point of view, where does AI fit with Conductrics? Is it something that's going to be more bolted into your product, or I suppose integrating with other AI platforms?
Well, I don't know about our product specifically, but even assuming that our customers start using AI for whatever experience they're delivering, they still need to be tested in market. Whatever they come up with, and they use AI to either generating ideas or either generating products, they still have to test it and validate it in market. So it's it might be that with AI and that loop of creating new ideas or creating new products starts becoming shorter and faster, then that might produce that you have to do more testing and more in-market validation faster and faster too. Whether our product uses AI for that, I'm not sure, but it would impact the amount of testing and validation that our customers might end up having to do.
Yeah. No, super interesting. Thank you to the wonderful panel that we've had today, and I'm sure we could if we go down the AI rabbit hole, we could have had another 2 or 3 hours.
2 or 3 hours.
You brought it up too late, Jomar.
No, but we got to tease the audience.
I know.
We'll bring
you're the MC.
further down. Yeah. But thanks again for your time. Thanks for viewing this episode from Super Week TV. Stay tuned. There's more to come. And don't forget to also follow Super Week on LinkedIn and also on YouTube as well. And we hope to see you again very soon. Thank you.